Good day, everyone!
This is Ma'am Bridget M. Enriquez.
And this is Ma'am Camille Manguera. And we are on our week 4 lesson for Science 8, and that is about effect of temperature to the speed of sound.
The objective of this lesson is this. After going through each of the learning tasks, you are expected to investigate the effect of temperature to the speed of sound.
Sound waves. So what is sound waves? Sound waves are examples of longitudinal waves. They also exhibit characteristic features such as frequency, amplitude, wavelength, period, and wave speed. So you should emphasize those words for you to be able to understand what sound waves is. Again, the words are frequency, amplitude, wavelength, period, and wave speed.
To add up, the alternate pushing and pulling mechanically exerts force on unit areas of air particles and thus creating pressure waves. These alternating compressions and rarefaction make up the longitudinal waves like sound.
What about the speed of sound? The speed of sound may differ for different types of solids, liquids, and gases. Remember that. For one, the elastic properties are different for different materials. Thus, sound can travel faster in mediums with higher elastic properties than in lower elastic properties.
Another, the bond strength between particles also affects the speed of sound. So that is the second one. Thus, sound waves travel faster in solids than in liquids and faster in liquids than in gases. So faster in solid than liquids, while faster in liquids than gases. Remember that.
Yes, that is because of the particles that made up of solid, liquid, and gases. So, dikit-dikit kasi ang particles ni solid compare kay liquid. Kaya, mas mabilis mag-travel doon ang sound. Pagdating kay liquid and gas, mas mabilis naman kay liquid kasi mas dikit-dikit ang kanilang particles compare kay gas. Okay? So, the speed of sound, while the density of a medium also affects the speed of sound. So, another one is the density. The elastic properties have a greater influence on wave speed. Another thing, the speed of sound is directly affected by the temperature of the medium. Again, the speed of sound is directly affected by the temperature of the medium.
So temperature. Temperature is also a condition that affects the speed of sound. So meaning to say, once it is hot or once it is cold, it may affect the speed of sound. Molecules at higher temperatures have more energy. Thus, they can vibrate faster. So since the molecules vibrate faster, sound waves can travel more quickly. So meaning to say, if it is hot or in high temperature, the energy or the sound can travel faster. So it is the relationship between the temperature and the speed of sound. So the speed of sound in room temperature air is 346 meter per second.
The speed of sound is the distance traveled per unit time by the sound wave as it propagates through an elastic medium. The speed of sound in air is about 343 meters per second, or in kilometer is 2.9 seconds or a mile.
It depends strongly on temperature as well as the medium through which a sound wave is propagating. given normal atmospheric conditions, the temperature and thus the speed of sound varies the altitude. So the next one, under your module, you can see there a table. So you will be looking at the table for you to examine that.
So examine the chart below. It is advised that during storms or weather disturbances, the airplanes are given precautions in their schedule of flight. Why do you think so? Bakit daw kaya?
So now we will proceed with the learning task number 1. For the direction, study the illustration below. Based on the illustration, describe sound as a form of energy. Write your answer in your notebook. It is the one which is written on your module, but you will write it on your paper for you to describe what sound is according to the illustration which is there on your module. So on your own word, you will describe what sound is according to the illustration.
So remember, the speed of sound may differ from different types of solids, liquids, and gases. Again, they may differ for different types of solids, liquids, and gases. Sound waves travel faster in solids than in liquids and faster in liquids than in gases. So you're going to consider the arrangement of particles for each matter, kasi si solid, si liquid, and gas are states of matter. So you're going to consider their arrangement of particles, wherein mas dikit-dikit kay solid compare kay liquid at kay liquid compare kay gases. Okay.
Next thing that you should remember, sound can travel faster in mediums with higher elastic properties than in lower elastic properties. And lastly, the speed of sound is directly affected by the temperature of the medium. So higher temperature, the faster the sound.
So for learning task number 2, write true if the statement is soundly correct and false if the statement is not correct. Write your answer in your paper. Okay.
Learning task number 3. Read the given information about sounds. So there is an article on your module that you will read and you should understand. After doing so, answer the guide questions at the end of the lesson. There are questions there after you read it. Then you are to write your answers in your paper. After that, your parents or your guardian will be signing on your work. You should provide their space wherein your parent or your guardian can sign on your work. Don't forget that.
For learning task number 4, choose the letter of the best answer. Write the chosen letter on a separate sheet of paper. So this is a multiple choice type of activity. Thank you.
Yeah, that's it for today. Bye!
Goodbye. Goodbye.